Hello, friend, and welcome back to Torches Yoga and Mindfulness. I'm Lauren, and I'll be your coach. And today, we're going to enter a space of stillness, Ateraxia, not through force, not through reaching, but by clearing space, through movement, through breath, and a soft return to silence. Ataraxia comes to us from an ancient Greek philosophy, meaning inner stillness, unshakable peace. But nowadays, we know it as more than just calm, more than just a mindset. In this practice, we'll explore ataraxia not as something to achieve, but as something we remember, a natural state, always within reach when we soften and return to presence. For this guided meditation, we are going to start with some movements, and you can join me down on your mat, on a cushion, just down on the floor on a blanket. Or these can easily be modified to be done from a chair in a seated position if that's more accessible to you. Do you ever think, I can't meditate, I can't sit for 10 minutes in stillness and silence? Well, yeah, neither can marathon meditators either. A well-rounded meditation practice starts with movement to soften and prepare the body for the seated stillness. You don't have to even do yoga, just a nice walk will get you there. But before we get into all that, as you do see, I've got some tools with me here that I would incorporate into my practice if you would like to use them in yours. So first, back with us, I have the powerhouse that is chamomile. If you haven't seen my video before where I talk about the powerful impacts chamomile has on us, definitely encourage you to check that out and do some research on your own. See about making chamomile part of your regular regimen. Chamomile contains apigenin, and this antioxidant interacts with the benzodiazepine receptors in our brains, much like antidepressants do, but in a much more gentle way. And it also helps with our digestion and upset stomach. So chamomile isn't just a calming cup of tea. It literally is working from the inside out to help us return to a calm state. Another herb that would complement that chamomile well is lemon balm. Lemon balm is very calming to our physiology, so it's great to incorporate to practices like this as well. I got some chamomile oil here if you would like to have its aromatherapy benefits. Remember, if you're putting it on your skin, you want to dilute essential oils in a 1:3 ratio, where the 1 is the essential oil. And you can use coconut oil. I like to use grapeseed oil, but you can even use EVOO, whatever you got in the kitchen. Or you can use your oil to dress a candle. If you like to use a focal point for your practice, give you something to rest your gaze on, I would recommend a blue or a white candle. Even just a little tea light or a little votive candle, that would work wonderfully as well. And I've also got some stones with us today that I would use in my practice. We've got beautiful rose quartz here. Rose quartz is said to soothe our emotions. And I've also got just a couple different types. I couldn't decide which one to bring with us today. Of amethyst. These are both beautiful pieces here. And amethyst is said to promote that calm and that clarity of mind. So wonderful to have in our practice for this ataraxia meditation. Oh, I also wanted to mention, if you're like me and you burn through candles, literally, the little birthday candles, the small little ones when we just need a 5-minute meditation, this candle's gonna burn for like an hour. But if I just need a 5-minute meditation to start my day and I want to incorporate certain colors into my practice, those little birthday candles that are like 97 cents. Well, okay, so they were like 97 cents. Now they're probably like $3. But either way, still a little bit cheaper than burning through these. Those little birthday candles, they count if you want to use them. Set them in a fire-safe dish. You can take a little Pyrex or just a bowl and some rice. Set that in the bottom, and then you can just plug the candle right into the rice to hold it up. All right, Fred, you can go ahead and hit that pause button. Go make yourself a cup of tea or grab any tools you want to use in your practice and meet me back here, and we'll get started. So for the first portion of our guided meditation, like I said, we are going to start with some movements. I just want to make sure you have enough space on either side of you. We're going to do some side stretches to begin with. But first, let's take a nice deep inhale, breathing deep in from the diaphragm, breathing in through the nose. Inhale, fill your lungs as much as they can. Hold it there at the top of the breath. And now release, exhaling out through the mouth, exhaling away everything from our day before, exhaling any tensions and any stress, letting the mind come to this present moment, letting the mind come into our practice. One more nice, big, deep inhale, friend, from that diaphragm. Hold at the top for a brief moment and exhale it out, sighing it out through the mouth, audibly, quietly, whatever feels right for you. Let go and release with that exhale. All right, now let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. Rest your hands on your knees. With a nice deep inhale, we're going to bring our left arm up and stretch nice and tall spine. And on our exhale, we're going to bend over to our right side, feeling that stretch, feeling that expansion and that openness in our left side all the way down through our hip. Nice deep inhales and nice deep exhales here. As you're ready to take an inhale, and on your exhale, bring it back to center, bringing our hand back to our knee. And let's balance it with a nice stretch on the right side. Take your right arm up, inhale. Exhale, fold over to the right. We're going to be hinging here at our rib cage, just beneath the rib cage, not at our hips. We're going to pretend almost like we're in cement there on the bottom and just bend from the spine. Nice deep inhales and nice deep exhales. And as you're ready, inhale, and on your exhale, bring it back to center. Beautiful. Let's do that one more time each side. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, stretch to the right side, placing your right hand down on the ground if you need to for support. You can even turn and look up if it feels comfortable for your neck. Nice deep breaths here. And exhale, bring it back to center. One more time on the right side. Inhale, lift that arm, spine nice and tall. You can place the left hand down on the ground as we arch and bend, feeling that movement. Nice long breaths here. Inhale, and on your exhale, bring it back to center. Ooh, I really felt my lower back loosen up with that. With our hands resting palm down on our knees, let's take some seated cat-cows following the rhythm of 4 breaths. So we're going to inhale, tilt our chin upward, shine our heart center forward. And then on our exhale, we're going to roll one vertebrae at a time, starting at the lower back, curling inwards. Following that breath, inhale, shine your heart center forward, chin up. Exhale, roll and curve inward. 2 more times. Inhale, shine that heart center forward, stretch out that chest. Exhale, roll and curve inward. Allow that movement in our chest. So many days it spends tensed up, bracing us, protecting us. All right, come back to a neutral spine. Beautiful. Next, let's take that movement a little bit lower down, and we're going to do some circles. Going to lean out and roll around. Hands resting on the knees, circling at the hips, feeling the lower back, getting some movement, curling around, just following the rhythm of my breath. Inhale on the front end, exhale on the back side. Inhale, shines forward. Exhale, circle back. Coming back to a neutral spine, let's take those circles to the left side now. Rolling through, allowing the hips to guide me. Inhale, shining the heart center outward. Exhale, circling back. Feel that movement, that balance. One more time. Wonderful. Come back to neutral spine, my friend. Now let's give our shoulders and our arms some movement. to work out any of that built up residual energy. On our inhale, we're going to lift our shoulders up to our ears nice and tight. And then exhale, roll them back, feeling the shoulder blades slide down the back. Following the rhythm of your breath, just inhale up and exhale down. Now, if that upward creates like a pinching or a painful sensation in your neck, an alternative you might like to use, I call it flexing your wings. Now we're just going to flex back and curl in and flex back, focusing really on pulling those shoulder blades together and spreading them apart, following the flow of our breath. Couple more times. All right, bringing your shoulders to rest. Notice maybe if they're resting a little lower than they were before. All right, and bring your left arm up out in front of you. And we're going to circle that wrist. Oh, did you hear that pop? Instantly. We're going to circle it inward, spiraling. And then let's turn it outward. Soften the elbow, nothing rigid. If you've got hypermobile joints, keep a slight bend in the elbow. Beautiful. Let that left hand come back down to rest, and let's do that with our right. Just circle in. Feel that movement tied to your breath. And circle out. Maybe even give them a nice little shake, like we're shaking off water. And let them come to a rest on our knees. All right, friend, if you would like, now would be a good moment to take a sip of your water or tea. If you'd like to cover up with a blanket or find your cushion, we're going to phase into the guided meditation portion of this practice. As we settle in to find our calmness, our stillness, let the breath guide you. Keep its natural rhythm. No need to shape it or force it. Let your awareness drop from your mind, the thoughts, the wondering, and come into your body. Notice how the body knows how to breathe. It has known since the first moment we emerged into the world. Our lives are marked by our first breath, celebrated, and by our last, mourned. Just like our breath, stillness knows how to come. Let your attention soften and your awareness widen. Notice how your body sits, perched upon the earth, connected, rooted, stable. Notice the volume of space you take wherever you are. Take your space proudly, spine straight, heart center broad. Each time we choose to pause and feel rather than fix or flee, we rewire our brains for presence, for peace. Sit with the stillness and silence now. If your mind wanders, return to your breath. Return to the stillness. My words will find you again in a moment. Notice the silence is not absence. It is presence in its most honest form. You do not have to hold peace. Let the peace hold you. Notice the space between your thoughts, even if it's just a glimpse. The stillness underneath the sound. There is nothing to do here. Just being is enough. My friend, imagine you are a still lake. The wind caressing your surface slows. Calmness settles in the waters. And you, as this still lake, reflect only what is real. Notice the quality of space within you. Can you carry this silence into your next breath? And the one after that? And the one after that? This is the gift of Ateraxia. Not perfection, but return. Let's take our last few moments here to share our gratitude to the silence and for the opportunity to connect and uncover it. Friend, as you are ready, start to notice the temperature of the room you are in upon your skin. Feel your connection to the seat beneath you. Take a few deep breaths, allowing it to move more fully through you. And as you're ready, welcome movement back into the body with little wiggles in the fingers and toes, elbows and knees. Gently flutter your eyes open, letting the light back in, coming to this space with me. Welcome back, friend. I hope this exercise and this meditation helped you experience and connect with your inner peace, stillness, and silence. Save this video so you can come back to it anytime you needed a little help returning to your inner peace and your inner calm. Make sure you check out my mindful living practices video this week where we dive more into mindfulness skill number 6, inner calm, where we're going to talk about where it came from, how it plays a role in our brain, and of course I've got practices to share with you so that you can return to that calm in your day-to-day lives. Friend, thank you so much for allowing me to guide you in your practice today. Thank you so much for sharing a piece of your day with me. I'm so glad to have you here. Stay present, stay kind to yourself, and I will see you soon.